Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Vanguard. We're starting a new stream series called Master of Masteries. It's where we check out the gold camo for a specific gun or the mastery camo for the specific gun. At the moment it's gold because I haven't unlocked diamond or atomic obviously. Um, yeah. Now, obviously, the title is just a joke title. It's not meant to be like I'm the master or anything like that. It's just I like to do these kind of cheeseball titles for like potential stream series. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to be doing one of my series with a cheeseball title where we check out gold camo on specific weapons that are like I finally unlocked on. Now, oh my god. Obviously, excuse me. There we go. Obviously, we're going to be checking out the M1928 uh, gold camo unlocked. Let's let the preview animation play through. So I'm kind of trying to workshop this stream because this game's a little bit on the like weird side. Like, um, so there's different camos and stuff like that where you need to do specific challenges with specific attachments and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to play like first three games are going to be with the builds that I used to get the camos with the specific attachment camo like builds or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll explain further when we get to that. We're going to play three games with those builds, and then the final three games are going to be like where we try out my build with the mastery camo. And the idea of the three games at the end are like later on when I've unlocked diamond and maybe atomic, when I'm doing the DLC guns and stuff. One game will be gold, one game will be diamond, and the other one will be like atomic. But right now we just got gold unlocked for the very first gun. So the final three games will just be like gold playthroughs. So we have a few extra games. Now, the reason I actually had to start the stream again because I'm trying to figure out how to do it, because certain builds work better for like close range while other builds work better for long range, and some are like, you know, good all-purpose builds and stuff like that. And not all the maps cater really well to close range or really long range builds and stuff like that. Some cater, you know, like to one or the other, and you'll do poorly if you get into a map where you're trying to use a close range build and all. But before we get to that, let's go through the camo challenges and check out what you need to do. So for pack tactics, you need to get 400 eliminations. That's just EKIAs, so assist count for this one. 400 assists or kills with the gun, and you'll have this one completed. Surgical, you need to get 100 headshots. You do need to get the kill, obviously, and you need to be getting a headshot kill. 100 of those will get you this completed. Predatory ambition you need to get 50 multi kills. Now, like a multi kill is a double kill or better, so you need to get 50 of them, and you'll have that one completed. Reptilian requires 5 kills without dying, a bloodthirsty 30 times. Now with this one, even if you get like a bloodthirsty and then you get like a merciless and a relentless, those won't count towards this challenge. It's always just going to be the first 5 kills, and then any additional kill while you're still alive won't count towards this challenge. So even if you're getting merciless and like relentless, or even if you drop a nuke and all that, that'll only count as one tick. So you need to get 5 kills, then when you die and you start again, each time you die, you'll get 5 kills. Those are the ones that count towards the challenge. So it's basically 5 or more kills without dying 30 times is what this challenge is tracking at the moment. Then Deadeye requires 100 long range kills. So long shot kills. This one's a little bit on the extreme side. 100's a lot for an SMG, I felt. But yeah, you need to get 100 then, and you'll unlock this one complete. Berserker requires 100 point blank kills. Get you the completion for that. 100 hipfire kills for Wildcat. Now these final 3 are the ones where you potentially have like a build where it requires you to use certain different attachments, and as long as you're using those specific attachments, it'll track towards the challenge. So for Survivalist, you need to get 100 kills without taking damage while using the Charlotte 2.5-inch rapid barrel, the CGC wire grip stock, and disabled proficiency equipped. So you need those three attachments on your gun, and then you can add whatever else you want to the gun on top of those with the open slots. But as long as you've got those three and you get like kills without taking damage, it'll count towards this challenge. It sounds worse than it is. It's actually not too bad. It tracked really fast, and you get it gets done really fast. Then with the MindGames, you want to get 100 kills while crouched or prone with the CGC 12-inch cooling barrel, the 8mm Kurtz 50-round drum mag, and the Charlotte SI stock. Again, you can put whatever else you want with it, but those are the three main attachments you need, and you need to be crouched or prone, and you need to get 100 kills while doing that, and you'll get this one completed. And then with Death Artist, you need to get 100 kills while aiming down sights with the .45 APC 30-round fast mags, the Charlotte Marksman stock, and steady proficiency equipped. So get those three equipped and aim down sights and get kills, and you'll get this challenge completed. And then once you've completed all those challenges, you'll obviously unlock gold. Once you've completed all of the gold challenges for the SMG, you'll unlock diamond. And then when you've completed every camo for all the base variants of the guns, you'll unlock atomic. Obviously, we're far, far away from that. We've just got gold on the first gun. So yeah, that's the plan. Now, for the first three games, we're going to be using builds that I used for the camos. And now, I initially thought, oh, I'll jump in and play the games in order, like the first camo, then the second camo, and the third camo. But that actually doesn't make as much sense, because I got into a really open map, and I was trying the first camo one, which is Survivalist. Now, with the Survivalist challenge, the build I've got that I've put together is for really close range rushing. So if the map's really open, it doesn't play well at all. But let's go through the attachments. I'm going to showcase all the attachments for the different things, and then we'll play the game, and based on the map, I'll pick which camo which weapon I'm using, and then I'll timestamp it. And we'll try to get 3 games where we're using one of each gun. So obviously the 3 main attachments is the Charlotte 2.5-inch rapid barrel, which is this one. Gives you a fire rate boost, accuracy, sprint to fire loss. Then the CGC wire grip, which gives you like 4+ aim walk-in movement speed, 4+ aim walk-in steadiness, +1 aim down sight speed, +1 initial accuracy at the cost of -3 sprint to fire, -2 hip fire, -1 accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. So those are the 2. And then you want the disabled proficiency, which will give you a 1+ suppression. Now, those are the 3 that you need to have. So what I've added to it is I've gone with a recoil booster. I'm not going to give you the stats for every single thing. I'm just going to tell you what I'm using. The Carver foregrip, frangible ammo type. We're not throwing on a magazine. We've got the Pintar grip and fully loaded. And the optic could be your choice, but because this is going to be a close range build, with occasionally you might want to pick someone off at medium range-ish, I've just gone with the slate reflector. Now again, this is a rushing build, so we're going to use it on one of the smaller maps. So after the stream, I'm going to timestamp the games based on which camo weapon I'm using, and hopefully we'll be able to get decent maps for all 3 different types. But I'm going to tell you all the 3 builds right off the bat, so you guys know what I'm using. So for the next one, MindGames, you needed the cooling barrel, the drum mag, and the Charlotte SI stock. And this is the one where you need to be crouched or prone. So what we've gone ahead and used is obviously the cooling barrel, which gives you a high accurate and controllable boost, and reduced scope sway and gun bob at the cost of sprint to fire time and hip fire accuracy. Then the Charlotte SI stock, which gives you a +2 recoil control while mounted, crouched, or prone, plus 1% accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, -2 movement speed. And then finally, the other thing is the 8mm Kurtz 50-round drum mag, which gives you a +2 bullet velocity, +1 bullet penetration, +1 damage at the cost of +5 recoil control and accuracy, -2 fire rate, -1 movement speed, and -1 aim down sights time. So those are the 3 main attachments you need for this camo grind. I've gone ahead and added the F8 stabilizer, M1941 hand stop, the lengthened the bullet for the bullet velocity, grooved grip, frenzy perk. This one's kind of like you can pick your own. I think I was using disable for a good chunk of it, and then I just switched up to frenzy, I think. And then I'm using the NY Nider models Nider model 47 optic, but this build in particular was really useful for the longer range stuff. So I was actually using a scope. Like for a lot of I was going for long shots with this build, while simultaneously working on both. So I actually ended up using, which one was it? I was using this scope, the SVT40 PU scope 3-6X, in hardcore though. And also this 3.5X reflex sight was also another useful scope. But in core mode, I prefer not having such a scoped in thing, so I just go with this one. So yeah, again, I'll get back to it. But let's finish up the final build. So the final one, Death Artist, requires you to aim down sights with the APC 30-round fast mag, the Charlotte marksman stock, and steady proficiency. Now this one was kind of like a more all-purpose build. So we've got the 30-round fast mags, the Charlotte marksman stock, and the steady proficiency. This gives you 1+ reload quickness, but you lose a lot of ammo, -1 ammo capacity. The steady proficiency gives you a +1 reduced movement penalties. And then the Charlotte marksman gives you +3 horizontal recoil control, +1 aim down sight speed at the cost of -2 movement speed and -1 hip fire accuracy. And then obviously the other attachments kind of be whatever you want, but I went with the F8 stabilizer, CGC 12-inch cooling barrel, the Nider model 47. I went with surplus. I think I was just leveling up, but I would probably go with fully loaded or something like that. But this one can be your choice. Rubberized grip for the recoil control, and subsonic ammo type, so I'm not pinged on the map. And obviously the M1941 hand stop underbarrel, which gives you a +1 recoil, +1 accuracy at the cost of hip fire. So obviously this is built for a little more aiming down sights and stuff. So out of the 3 builds, this is kind of like your all-purpose build, I would say. You can use it for both kind of closer and longer builds and stuff like that. Then this one would be for the longer range stuff, where you're kind of getting your long shots out of the way and stuff like that. And then obviously the first one is for close range and high movement, being very aggressive and stuff like that. So those are the 3 builds. Now I initially thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, jump in and play the things in order. And then I got into this really open map, and that close range build didn't work out so well. So let's jump in, and based on the maps, we will pick which of those 3 builds can we go for. I really hope that they put the option to save your builds, because now I've realized, because of the maps variance and like how varied, like how the maps vary, and sometimes even like mid map, once there's a lot of destruction going on, certain builds become less viable. Like the close range might become less viable when like there's a lot of destruction and long lines of sights become open. So you want to be changing between different builds really quickly, and having to like go through so many different setups could be painful. So in this one, I think we'll go with the longer range build.
Let's hone those skills. Ready for report.
Appreciate the ammo.
They're driving us back.
So yeah, this one's slower gameplay. You want to be crouching and stuff like that, so you get like the full benefits of all the stock. Maybe be a little campy with it.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky.
Team, we've got intel.
Marking hostile location.
You know, I've realized, dude, what's gonna happen in a lot of these games. Like when I'm going for a specific challenge or something, like I need close range things, I'm gonna be backing out of a lot of things. I'm gonna end up having to back out because some maps just don't play well at all with certain builds.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Enemy glide bomb incoming. Allied mortar fire inbound. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Recon sweeping the sector.
I'd love that.
Enemy glide bomb incoming.
Oi.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky.
Hey. weird spawn place.
Pick up the slack. We're finished. Hostile fire from the sky. New intel ready for report.
Information received.
Well, that was rough. Do better next time.
So yeah, you want to play slow with this build and longer range. Like I said, this is a really good build for the long shots. Like I was struggling with the long shots because, like I said, the SMGs are actually like hit marker machines in hardcore. But with this build, it made it a little bit easier. A little bit. Very accurate, long-range build. Again, that's the build. For those of you wondering. And that was the MindGames build. CGC 12-inch cooling barrel, Charlotte SI stock, and the 8mm Kurtz 50-round mag is the attachments you want with it. This DOS house, I actually hate this map. There's a lot of maps I actually really don't like. The sub pen one, I really don't like that one. DOS house, it's convenient for some of the challenges, but geez, it's so annoying. For this one, we'll just go with the close range one. So in one of the Blitz DOS House games that I was playing,
Dig in and hold your
I got so many
You're
point
in the
blanks.
thick of it now. Hardpoint confirmed. Double kill.
It fires.
You owe me one.
Hardpoint activated. We control the hardpoint. We have the lead. Keep it up. New intel ready for report.
Yeah, this is a highly mobile build. Really good for the point blank. Really good for like the hip fire stuff.
The enemy has taken the hardpoint. Hardpoint's under fire. enemy has taken the hard point. Hard point's under fire.
Jeez, what the hell happened there?
Hard point confirmed. Kill. Hard point activated. New intel, ready for report.
So what you can do is stand here and
Find the bastard.
just hip fire people when they're coming in. Got so many point blanks and like hip fires because I did stuff like that.
The enemy has taken the hard point.
Like the funnest map with this build has to be like
Hard point is ours.
the
Hard
estate,
point confirmed.
the balcony map. Here's another good
Hostile
spot.
dogs in the zone. Hard point activated. Kill. Got an enemy glide bomb on the way.
Oh, that was an enemy?
Contact at the hard point. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky.
I'm just working on launcher challenges outside.
Incoming bomb. Clear out.
Anyway,
We're falling behind. Hard point confirmed. Hard point activated. Hard point is ours. Enemy's got a glide bomb in. We're in the lead. Enemy has the hard point.
I'm here for you.
Enemy bombers coming up. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. We lost the hard point. Hard point confirmed. Enemy is taking the hard point. Hard point is active.
Tossing gas.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky.
Thanks for the info.
They have the advantage.
yeah, this map's a shit show, honestly.
Hard point confirmed. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Hard point is active.
I don't know where I'm spawning sometimes, dude.
Hard point under fire.
Oh, there's someone there. Dude,
Hostile dogs in the zone. We control the hard point. Hard point located. Contact at the hard point. Hard point is active.
Incoming grenade!
Lost the hard point. Enemy has the hard point. Enemy V2 incoming.
what the fuck? Got V2. How did we get V2, dude? Jesus.
One enemy glide bomb on the way. Contact at the hard point.
Dude, Jesus. I got V2. This map is a shit show, dude. What the fuck, man? My first mastery of masteries, and I get my very first got V2'd on. Whatever. This guy must have been camping his balls off. Oh, that's unfortunate. But this is the problem with these blitz modes and all, dude. You have no control over it. Whatever. Some doofus must have just sat in the back of his spawn and got his V2. Anyway, so that was the survivalist build. Unfortunately, not a very survivalist build when you get V2'd on. So obviously the last one we're going to be doing is the Death Artist one. Again, the requirements for the survivalist one is the Charlotte 2.5-inch rapid CGC wire grip and the disabling proficiency. But now we're gonna move on to the next one. Oh my god, I was just saying how I hate this map.
Team deathmatch. Subdue all threats.
Dude, I keep
Show
forgetting you
what's
can
what.
preview the time. So this is built a little more for all-round purposes.
We have the
Not
lead.
quite
Keep it
as
up.
like, not quite as
Appreciate the ammo.
maneuverable as that last one. Again,
Teammate called a bombing run. Heads up. Recon airborne. Eyes up.
Incoming grenade!
New intel. Ready. Gun mission ready. Find the bastards. Double kill.
wait, I didn't see him.
Here comes that recon plane!
bastards.
Because of the fast reload also, like, it's actually quite useful to be, you can be quite
Calling in a
aggressive,
recon plane.
but
Recon air.
that slowed me down there.
Recon aloft. We got
Locking
eyes.
intel.
Oh, no, no, no.
Incoming bomb. Clear out. Enemy glide bomb incoming.
Yeah, this map is ass cheeks, dude, I feel.
Enemy has bombers on the way. Hostile dogs in the zone.
Dropping to
Got them on their heels.
Dude, what the fuck was that guy shooting at? Fuck, man. I was trying to get.
Valiant return.
You fellas make it look easy. Nice fight.
Like, I feel the sub pen thing, it's just not good for being like, if you want to like move around a good amount, there is options, but like, I don't know, I just don't like it. Like, you have to traverse so far to get to the other side, and then you die, and it's just this kind of like mess of like all over the place kind of nonsense. So yeah, that was the Death Artist build. It's a really good all-purpose build. Again, CGC 12-inch cooling barrel, Charlotte Marksman stock, and the steady proficiency are the ones. Now, so for the last 3 games, we're just gonna play with the gold builds. Now, honestly, my build for this gun is, in my opinion, not like I actually kind of like these builds better, the ones that I came up with for the Camo Challenges. So we might end up using some of those, but my basic build for the M19, the Tommy gun, is the F8 stabilizer, CGC 12-inch cooling barrel, the Niter Model 47 optic, Ragdoll T2 support stock, sleight of hand, fully loaded, rubberized grip tape, subsonic. Subsonic. I might actually go with lengthened. So it's between lengthened or subsonic, in my opinion, for these two, the bullet types. Lengthened for the bullet velocity, subsonic for like keeping you off the mini map if you want to move around and stuff like that. No magazine, and then the Carver foregrip. So that's my build that I used for the base leveling up of the gun, and you know, like I was adding attachments as I earned them. But again, I really do like these three builds better in many ways. Anyway, let's jump in and play now with my build, and then a couple of games with either my build or one of those other builds, just depending on the map.
Hard point. Hold the objective.
Go.
You're in the thick of it now.
Do want to just
Hard
keep
point
getting to
confirmed.
turn this off, dude. I don't know. I don't know why I was going for that.
Hard point activated. We control the hard point. The lead's ours. Hold on to it. Hard point's under fire.
Oh, he,
The enemy has taken the hard point. We're down, but not out. Hard point's under fire. Enemy has the hard point. Hard point confirmed. Hard point activated. We control the hard point. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky.
Incoming grenade!
We have the lead. Keep it up. Hard point's under fire. Lead is lost. Fight back. Contact at the hard point.
dude, that so the hiccup on like the connection
Hostile
there, like,
Goliath on the
threw me
draw.
off so much. What is the connection? 90?
Recon sweeping the sector. Hard point confirmed. Hard point activated. Recon aloft. We got eyes.
They fixed me!
Hardpoint confirmed. Hardpoint activated. Hardpoint out.
Right. Like, I feel like there's no point in playing these blitz modes and all. Like, you can't even move in some of these maps, dude. I saw it.
Hostile recon in the air. Fire in the sky. Hardpoint located. Recon sweeping the sector. Hardpoint is active. The enemy has taken the hardpoint. Glide bomber assist coming in.
You might need to disable this garbage.
Enemy bombers.
Like, obviously
come
for the
out.
camo grind it's fun, but I think like as gameplay it just isn't particularly great. That interesting.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is ours.
It's a
Hardpoint
little
is
too
ours.
mindless.
Got me out just yet.
New intel ready for report. Contact at the hardpoint.
Thanks for the info.
Recon mission ready. Find the bastards.
Here comes our recon plane.
Recon airborne. Eyes up.
Grenade!
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is ours. Hostile Goliath on the
Fuck,
floor.
man. Anyway, I shouldn't have gone for the finisher here. Blitz modes.
Contact at the hardpoint. The enemy has taken the hardpoint. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Hardpoint located.
Get down!
Hardpoint is active. Got an enemy glide bomb on the way. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Friendly bombing run inbound. Allied glide bomber on the way.
Stun grenade!
Recon airborne. Eyes up. Allied airdrop on the way. Recon aloft. We got eyes. Hardpoint located. Enemy care package inbound. Hardpoint is active. Allied airdrop on the way. We're breaking their backs. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. New intel ready for report. Recon sweeping the sector. Five down, double kill.
So if you vote for something and then other people vote for it along with you, apparently you get a little extra XP. So it pays off apparently to vote early. Alright, let's just switch to tactical and try it out. Yeah, those blitz games, they're useful for the camo grind, but they're absolute ass as far as gameplay goes, in my opinion. I don't even know how it went on that. This map actually, it's really good, like for the close range build. But we're gonna
Domination.
go with this one.
Defend the objective. Let's hope no skills. Securing Able. Able is ours. Securing Baker. Capturing Charlie. Securing Charlie. Charlie is ours. Taking Baker. New intel ready for report. They're taking Charlie.
Alright. I got stuck on the door, dude. Fucking ridiculous.
Capturing Able. Securing Baker. Taking Baker. We're in the lead. New intel, ready for report. All objectives secure. Dig in. They're taking Baker.
Ow.
Baker is lost. Securing Able. Charlie is lost. Securing Baker.
Wait.
Team, we've got intel.
Marking hostile locations. Taking Baker.
Ow, dude.
We're dug in at Charlie. Taking Able.
I've been down.
They're taking Charlie. Enemy controls it all. Take that ground. We hold Able. Capturing Charlie.
Always consequences.
New intel, ready for report. Charlie is ours. Friendly, sending a glide bomb. Recon airborne, eyes up. The enemy has total domination. Push back. Securing Baker. Taking Baker.
This forward intel is 100% needing a nerf, dude. It is absurd.
We hold Baker. We're dug in at Able. Losing objective Able. Securing Charlie. Charlie locked down.
Wait.
Losing objective Charlie. Capturing Baker. Enemy's got a glide bomb incoming. Closing with Baker. Dug in at Baker.
Information received.
Hostile recon in the air. Spies on the sky. Capturing Charlie. Recon sweeping the sector. We have total domination. Hold the line. Able is overrun. Capturing Baker.
Oh my god, I ran out of ammo.
They're taking Charlie. They're overpowering us. Take those positions. Closing with Baker. Losing objective Able. Enemy controls it all. Take that ground. Securing Baker. Baker locked down.
Team, we've got intel.
Enemy's got a glide bomb incoming. Capturing Able. All objectives secure. Dig in. Charlie is overrun. Losing objective Able. Able is lost.
Where? Why? Rotating.
They're taking Baker. We hold Charlie. Much hope for this. Securing Able. New intel, ready for report. Losing objective Baker.
Thanks for the info.
They're taking Baker. They're taking Able.
Jeez.
Able is overrun. Next time, hold your ground.
Hey Gunner, what's up, crazy? Oh, it's really Jesus. 20-man free-for-all. That's bonkers, dude. Dude, I got V2'd, like an enemy V2'd me in this fucking game, dude. In this stream itself. Like in the second game, dude, the enemy got a V2. I voted for myself. It wasn't my fault, though, dude. It was like a blitz mode, dude. Like, there's no control, dude. It's like getting like nuked in fucking ground war or something. You don't know who's on a streak and what's going on. I was doing all right, but then the V2 dropped, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm grinding. Oh, dude, these leveling up the weapons are taking so long, though, dude. It's such a long and slow process. Like, this is the only gun that I've managed to max out this whole time, dude. Everything else is so low ranked. I guess the automaton is kind of low. Get in there.
Patrol! Dig in and hold the objective. Time to get lean and mean. New patrol zone authorized. The lead's ours! Hold on to it!
Good men.
They have the patrol zone. Patrol zone's up for grabs. Patrol zone secured. Gun mission ready. Find the bastards. Double kill. We got an empty patrol zone. Friendly, sending a glide bomb.
Recon plane's on its way.
Recon aloft. We got eyes. Need defense at the patrol zone. Patrol zone secured.
One down.
Oh my god, dude. Why didn't you load?
Cool. Patrol zone secured.
What a good job.
Hell of a guard dog on the way here.
Good dog. You got them. Nice job.
They have the patrol zone.
Incoming stun grenade.
Hey. does. Dude.
Patrol zone's up for grabs.
Yeah, like for me, I feel like the bigger maps are fun, like when you're grinding and stuff like that for certain grinds. But like, otherwise, dude, it's a shit show, man.
Patrol zone is ours. We got an empty patrol zone. Patrol zone secure.
Rest now, buddy.
Yeah, if you're playing core mode, the forward intel is completely broken. Forward intel is absolutely 100% broken, and like needs a massive nerf, dude. Like, I thought at first like people were cheating and all. It's just that they're using forward intel. That's all it is, dude. And it is just way too OP. The other thing is, some of these sometimes in games, like the perks don't work. It feels like some of them.
Patrol zone is ours.
Hey, I missed.
Enemy's got a glide bomb incoming. Hostiles took the patrol zone. We got an empty patrol zone.
I will always fight back.
New intel, ready for report. Double kill.
Team, we've got in there.
Recon mission ready. Find the bastards.
I try to get away so I could wrap around. What the fuck?
Recon plane coming.
Recon sweeping the sector. We're on top. Don't lose that zone.
There are always consequences.
Like, look at forward intel, dude. It's just so OP, dude. It's ridiculous. What's up, Death Sender? Jesus Christ, Death Sender. Yes, I'll switch to the pistol. I did it once in this game. Once. Yeah, the kill cams are really bad. Like, also a lot of times with the kill cam, like, this game's a buggy mess. Like, the game's really good, but the bugs in it, like, are mind-bogglingly, like, irritating uh, with how bad it can be. Like, so many issues. Like, it's... I can't even count the number of issues there are with this game. So yeah, gold unlocked, finally my first gold on the M1928, the Tommy gun. And a new stream series begun, Master of Masteries. Again, the title's just a joke title. I like to kind of put cheeseball titles as my stream series titles. I'm obviously not a master, but every time I unlock a camo for, like a mastery camo for one of the weapons, we'll do one of these streams. And just quickly, we'll go through the builds one more time for you guys to check it out if you're interested. So with this one, this build is for the Survivalist build. Like you need certain attachments to like complete the Survivalist challenge. So I ended up putting this together, and it's a really, really good rush class. Gunnar, I think you'll like this build. It'll suit you really well. It is very, very rush heavy. And a lot of fun to use. Even in core mode, I would wager in hardcore it's also fun. Although like because of the bigger maps and stuff like that, you might have like a little rougher time. But in core mode, it is so much fun rushing around with this build. Highly recommend if you're a rusher, try this build. And again, it's got the 3 attachments, this one, and this one, disable, to complete the Survivalist challenge. Then for the next one, we got the MindGames challenge. And with the MindGames build, we've got a longer range build. So a little more slow playing, crouching and stuff like that, which is part of the challenge. And this is the build for it. The optic is interchangeable. I prefer this one, optic for the core mode, but then in hardcore I was using like a scope just to get my long shots, and this was a really good build for the long shots also. The previous build was really good for like hip fire and point blanks, and then finally a really solid all-purpose build was this Death Artist build. And again, this and this and this were the 3 attachments. No, Charlotte, Marksman, this, I forget. This one, the magazine, the Marksman, and let's just check it out. I've forgotten which were the attachments for this one. The magazine, the stock, and the steady proficiency. Okay, so this one, the steady proficiency and the like magazine are the 3 main attachments, and the rest I put together. And I found this to be a really good all-purpose build for the gun. Can move around decently, can kind of beam at decent ranges for an SMG and all that. Not as longer range as the previous one, and not as rush heavy as it's that middle ground one. And then finally my build that I used initially to grind it out. Again, I really like those 3 builds like for the gun. Like maybe even more so. Like this is a good build for the PPSH, my build. But those other 3 builds that also work well with the camo are really good too. No, that's under 10 attachments is for Warzone also. They're going to be for Warzone weapon. Oh, yeah. Yeah. For all the Vanguard weapons, you'll be able to put 10 attachments in Warzone. Like, they've already given some blueprints in Warzone that have 10 attachments and 8 attachments and all. Yeah, I can show you. These blueprints. Yeah, this blueprint's in Warzone. Like if you complete the battle pass, like get far enough in the battle pass, you'll unlock this, and you get all 8 attachments in Warzone. And this one's in Warzone also. Again, you get all 9 attachments on this one in Warzone. Then this one's in Warzone already, the Bone Rattler. And they're all free blueprints. If you've like progressed in the battle pass enough, you get them for free. So you get all these attachments again over. And then the final one in Warzone is this one. And here you get all 10 attachments. Or is it 9? No, it's... What? This might be 9. Shit. But yeah, you can put 10 attachments in like the Vanguard weapons once they're integrated. So don't worry about that. But the thing is, like, right now the stats are really different from the guns in Warzone versus the ones in Vanguard. So those blueprints, the stats are so different in Warzone. So people are a little like wondering whether like when the integration happens, a lot of these builds and all won't transfer well with Warzone. Or either that or they're going to have to change like Warzone a lot of things, like the whole like a lot, which would be a big task. No, I don't think so. I don't know for sure. It's not yet been confirmed at Sender, but I don't think Cold War and Modern Warfare will be allowed to have 10 attachments. There isn't 10 like attachment options anyway. Like with Cold War, I think there's only like 8 or something. I'm not sure how many. And with Modern Warfare, I don't know how many there are, but I don't think there's 10, like even slots to do like that many. But I don't even think you can stack all of the attachments on those ones, as far as I know. Again, like nothing's been confirmed with the Modern Warfare and Cold War one. All we know right now is Vanguard weapons will allow 10 attachments. Anyway, that's it for today. I've been grinding all day and night, yesterday and today, to get this gold. Just my overall experience, I'm gonna just say it. Now that I've grinded it out, I think I can streamline it a little better so it's a little more efficient than before. But it is still a very, very slow grind for these weapons. It takes really long to level them up. A lot of those ones that I was worried about weren't that bad, but the long shot for the SMGs was pretty annoying. That was by far the worst grind part of the grind, having to get 100 long shots. And also it has a lot to do with getting into hardcore games. For me, it's really laggy. It takes a lot longer to get into a game. It's like I'm lucky if I get 150 ping lobbies. There's been a few games, only a couple out of the whole grind, which was below 100, and that was 70 or 80 one of them, and the other one was 60. The other thing is a lot of these maps, like I said, don't cater necessarily perfectly to a challenge you might be going for. So if I was just going for point blanks and hipfire builds, kills, some of the maps are really bad for them. You should just back, that's what I'm gonna have to start doing. If I'm going for a specific challenge, if I'm not on a map that can handle that challenge well, it's better to just not waste your time, just back out and search for another map that will be better for the challenge. Ideally, you could be working on multiple challenges and you'll have multiple builds, so you can be going for long shots when you need to, or hip fire and all when you need to, and all that. But the way you're leveling up the gun so slowly right now, more times than not, it's just a few challenges that are available to you while you're working on the long shots, and then eventually you'll unlock the hip fire and eventually the point blanks, and you know what I mean. It's just such a they need to speed up the leveling up of the guns big time, and they do need to rework some of the challenges. I was really worried about the last 3 challenges being too time consuming. but they were actually not that bad, like the challenges for this one at least. Like I was really worried they were gonna make me do another 100 long shots with one of the builds, but that wasn't the case. And like I said, what happened was like the final 3 builds, at least with this gun, ended up becoming like more useful to complete the older challenges. You know, like the first one was a really good rushing build. So like I said, it was really good for like point blanks and hip firing and just getting up on people's butts, you know, and just gunning them down. Whereas the second one was a really good long range build. So the long shots were more, like I could work on that one and the long shots at the same time. But like, I still feel like as you unlock the camos, just start working on them. Working on the challenges. Don't try to, like, I was initially thinking like I should just level up the whole gun and then start working on the challenges simultaneously. No, it's better to start working because some of the grind is long for some of them. Like the long shots with the SMG took a long time. And I suspect because it's just such a hit marker machine. Yeah, I really hope they speed up the leveling of the guns, and they do need to rework some of the challenges. Like some of them are just ass, dude. But otherwise, not that bad. Like overall, it's not that bad, and I can definitely start doing them a little faster than this first one, which took ages. But it's still a long grind to level up the gun. It's gonna still take a while to level it up, and that's the part that's gonna drag out for really long. By the time it's fully leveled up, it's hours and hours of gameplay. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And this concludes the very first episode or first stream of my Master of Mastery series, where we check out a mastery camo after it's already been earned. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Bye. So yeah, very first episode or series of my new series, and in the very second game, someone drops a V2 rocket on me, like an enemy dropped a V2 rocket. It's fucking such an unfortunate incident, dude. So unfortunate to be V2'd in my very first series thing for my gold camo grind.